I can't do it.
Hello and welcome to day one of the January Virtual India Sourcing Show. So, Margaret, Kevin, we're back after a break. How exciting!
Yeah,
Yes.
happy 2021, everybody. Yeah, it seems
It's been a
ages
quick
since
couple of months.
Yeah,
I know it does seem like ages since we've done a live
it
show.
does.
So,
Yeah. But we've been hard at work at Medlar, haven't we? We've been sort of doing a lot of things in the background and finding lots of new contacts and a lot of suppliers. Yeah, so there's a lot to come this year, isn't it?
yeah, there's a lot. And I think also we've been so active in the group. We've been introducing people to suppliers, and there's so many. I mean, people have been sourcing very actively in the group, so that's really good to see. And also, I mean, people who were with us on the trip, they have placed orders, and now they're placing repeat orders with their suppliers. So it's really nice to see things moving. So, okay, guys, so we've got a really exciting show lined up for you today. We've got 3 suppliers. We've got one of India's leading silk fabric suppliers. Then we've got an arts and handicraft social enterprise that can offer you any types of products that are made in India that are handcrafted. And then we also have a very unique company that does cane baskets and macrame and a lot of other interesting products. So, but before we get to the suppliers, we want to introduce you to a company that can help you get your money back from Amazon. I'm sure everybody knows about this company and has heard about Yoni, who's like everywhere, but let me invite Yoni on stage. And hi, Yoni, how are you?
Good. How's everybody?
Hello, Yoni. Good to see you again.
Kevin. Hey, Margaret. I think Margaret is on mute.
Margaret, you're muted.
Yeah, you guys hear me well? Is it?
You're kind of breaking up a bit, but it's kind of okay. Yeah, we can hear you.
Got it.
Happy 2021, Raj. Hi, Trish. How's it going? Wendy is here too. Awesome. So, Yoni, first of all, thank you so much to GETIDA for partnering with the January Virtual India Sourcing Show. And also, you've got a special offer for all of our audiences. And there's a very interesting and useful ebook that you're also offering. But why don't you go ahead and share your screen and start telling people about GETIDA and how exactly you can help them get money back from Jeff Bezos.
You got it. All right, so I'm gonna share the screen. Let me know if that's okay. If it works well, I'm gonna start my camera just so we have a better connection. If that's okay. How does it look? How does it sound? You guys hear me well?
Yeah, we can hear you well.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So actually, this is just explaining what it is, which we're also gonna touch a little bit. This is about how you can really get more value from your FBA actions or your Amazon business. So this will be a 30-minute presentation. We're going to make it short and sweet and give you kind of an introduction to the world of Amazon FBA auditing and reimbursement. This is kind of the world that we live in. The idea really on a simple way is just to help the sellers understand that there's ways to get more money back to their organization. And hopefully that money goes back to their organization where they never expected it to be back. They can use it to keep growing their business, either financing the next sourcing product in India, or your next marketing campaign, or whatever it is. So let's just jump right into it. A little bit of GETIDA. What's GETIDA? Is it GETIDA? Is it GETIDA? It doesn't really matter. It's an acronym. It stands for Get IDA, which means Get Intelligent Data Analytics. Essentially, we're a technology company, and our client is our ability to help Amazon get the maximum FBA reimbursements that they're eligible to get. We consider ourselves a global leader in FBA auditing and reimbursement for the simple fact that we can help you audit and get money back on your account wherever you sell. It can be in North America, meaning Amazon in the USA, Canada, or Mexico, or Europe, be Amazon UK, Germany. So wherever you sell on Amazon, we can help you. So we play on a global scale. In addition to that, we are an award-winning company. We won the Gold Award from the American Business Awards for our dashboard technology. We also have a dedicated specialist. So essentially a big part of our team.
Yoni, one second, please. People are saying it's hard to hear. Audio is not clear, breaking up a lot. Yoni's audio is breaking. It's a bit unclear. Mark, Kevin, are you able to hear Yoni clearly?
No, it is breaking up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, breaking up a bit.
It's not the usual sort of good standard, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, you guys hear me well now? I disconnected and put my mics back. You guys hear me?
No, it's still a
Hello?
bit choppy.
Still a bit choppy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, it's still a bit choppy though. Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame, Magla. It's just a bad connection, I think. But Yoni's in New York, so normally it's a very good connection from there. And when we've done
Yeah.
tests with him, it's always been really good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Is it a bit better?
Yeah, might be just the satellite. You know, the bounce of the satellite.
Yeah, I think it's a war between East and West. You know, the internet connections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can hear
What
you.
about your phone, Yoni? Do you want to join from your phone, and then I can share your screen? I can share your slides over here.
Yeah, I'll try.
Let's try that.
I'll give it a shot. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Victor's saying, in the meantime, I can tell you that Yoni is a solid citizen and his company does good work. Absolutely, Victor. I could not agree more with that.
No,
Yoni is an absolute gem of a person.
And myself and Margaret, we've used GETIDA since their inception. From the very beginning, we've used GETIDA. So, how long is that, Mark? That's about nearly
2.5.
yeah.
Years.
It's over 2 years. It's over 2 years we've used GETIDA anyway.
Yeah. And Victor's greetings from New York. GETIDA found us some money this week that others missed.
Yeah, I got some this week too.
Rest my case. You know, rest my case. I don't know if I can put my phone on StreamYard. I put the link in my browser. I'm not sure if it works. So Safari. Let me try to put on Safari. Let me maybe do that. I never did this, but it's interesting. How do you guys hear me now? Any better?
No, it's still kind
Still
of choppy.
rocky. Okay, we might
Yeah.
have to do this. Not a big deal. We can either try at a different time, a different day. I'm plugged. Hold on 1 second. I'm plugged in by wire. I can't really get better than that. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah. Try it on the phone if you can.
Okay. GETIDA.com. Boom. Let's see what we got. All right, let me see.
Yeah. Now try to turn off video.
Okay. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
It
That's
sounds better. It sounds better, Yoni.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. So let me just put my ears here, and we should be on our way. I'm merry way for continuing. So thank you for the patience. All right.
So you can just tell me when to change the slides. Oh, where did you go?
We've lost
He
him.
got disconnected. We lost him again.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We tested this. It was totally fine. It was the connection was really, really good when we tested it. But yeah, I don't know what's happening today.
Yeah. All right. I don't know, maybe it's
better.
a Friday. Yeah, so maybe it's a Friday temperature on the internet connection. But is it better now?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's better
that's
now. And you can try to turn off your video. It might be better then.
All right, let's try that. And I'm really in the darkness.
Oh, but can you see your slides
on
on the screen?
Let me show you this that I have now. I can use my laptop, so that should be fine. I believe.
Yeah, but
Let's see. You guys tell me.
I have your slides on the screen, Yoni. So
Yeah, you want me to
Can you-
let me share my laptop. Let's see if I can do that, and it'll be probably the best option.
Okay.
Just you can stop and do the sharing. I'm gonna start sharing. 3, 2, 1. All right. You guys see the screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen. Do you want to just make it
Let me-
bigger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Very good. Okay. We're good to go?
Yep, let's start.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties, but stop me if you're still cranky and not received. We can, we can put an end to the misery and each other in a different time. But if it goes well, we'll flow with it.
Well, Yoni, we can't see your presentation yet. We just see the StreamYard screen.
Yeah.
Do you want to just switch? Make sure you're showing the screen.
Oh, yeah? I am not sure. I'm just trying to share it and it should be working. I'm backstage. You got to put me backstage with from my laptop. Try that. So you have to put me on stage twice, on my phone and on my laptop. If you want, just it's okay. You can just share your screen. It should be fine.
Yeah, I think that's better. Let me just share my screen, and you just tell me to change the slides. Okay, I'll change them.
You got it. Okay, so let me put a max. Okay, very good. So where did you guys? There we go. So GETIDA, this is a short introduction. GETIDA is it doesn't really matter. It's sense for get intelligent.
No, I don't think it's going to work, Megla.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
Yoni, it's not working. I think we'll have to invite you back again. Maybe tomorrow. Let's try doing a test, and then we'll invite you back tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do it all again tomorrow.
You got it. No worries.
Okay, awesome. Take care, Yoni. Thanks a lot.
Okay, take care, Yanni.
Bye.
Thanks for improvising.
Okay, so we just need to wait for our next supplier to come on, and I have messaged them to come on early. Sorry about the issues over here, guys. Thanks a lot for your patience. But while we're waiting for the next supplier to come on, I think, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about GETIDA and the offer that they have for us. So if you go to this URL, online.getida.com/VIS400, they have an offer where you can get your first $400 back from Amazon free of charge. So usually GETIDA charges a bit of a fee when they get your money back. But for the first $400, you don't have to pay them a fee and you can get that back for free. So, this is something that, and Mark, Kevin, you guys can, explain this a little bit more. Like, why does Amazon owe sellers money? What happens? Mark, do you want to explain that a little bit?
Look, there's so many reasons. We have things like where Amazon don't always pay us back for some money that they've refunded that's been, say, carrier damaged. They've lost stock in the warehouse. Shipments that go in might only count 300 instead of 400 for some reason. So GETIDA seem to have a way, and look, I used to try and do it myself, and it's a full-time job, and they just fob you off and say, we're not paying you. But I find that GETIDA just seem to have this knack of, finding things. Like when we first joined them, they went back for 18 months and found heaps of money for us. We got hundreds of dollars back. And look, to me, you don't pay anything up front. You only pay when they find you something. So if they find you $100, I think they take 25% of that. So you're getting back, like $75 out of 100 that you never had. So to me, it's a no-brainer. I mean, why wouldn't you join it? You don't have to pay a joining fee. It's only if they find you something, you give them 25% sort of commission. Well, I prefer to have $75 and nothing, and it can be $750 and nothing.
And you'd never ever find that money for yourself in the Amazon machine. You could look forever and not find the sort of money we've got back through GETIDA.
Yeah.
So obviously, their software is obviously goes in deep into Amazon and looks for all kinds of things that's gone wrong. So yeah, well worth the money.
Absolutely. Yes, Victor. So first $400 is free. And
so I think what that means is, so if they recover $400, you won't pay the $100 commission. I think that's how it's meant to be. People say you don't get $400 for free. You actually, if they recover $400, instead of paying them $100, you'll get the whole $400. But we'll get Yanni to confirm that. But I'm pretty sure that's the gist of it. Yeah.
Yes, that is the gist of it. So you don't pay a fee. You don't pay GETIDA's fee on the first 400. So yeah, Victor is confirming that as well.
Yeah.
Because Victor has been using this. So Kevin Mark, there's a question for you. Meghna is asking, Kevin Margaret, what do you all do?
In what way?
In the Amazon world, what do you guys do?
Oh, okay.
In the Amazon world.
Well, we got a full-time business with Amazon. Margaret's a coach. I'm sort of coach on the India sourcing trip. Between us, we run an Amazon business. I'm Margaret's VA, by the way. And
when he's not at the golf course.
Yeah, and I also do a lot of. I also do a lot of research for the sourcing from India and the Viz show in finding suppliers to bring on the show for you to see, and also we check that they are we vet them and make sure they've got all the certifications that's required, and obviously we only want the honest suppliers to be on with us, with Viz, to partner with us. What else do we do, Mark?
Well, I suppose really you keep up to date with what's happening in the Amazon world. Kev spends a lot of time on Facebook with other groups and whatever's happening. So he spends a lot of time doing that, and then I just have to find out what's really important to us, because I spend my time working on our own business a lot more and doing things within our Amazon business ourselves as well, because we've got sort of 12 products live. So by the time I work on that as well, and we do work with Megler and Monday musings and Wednesday webinar and Friday viz. I mean, yeah, our life's pretty much Amazon in a nutshell.
And do you also want to quickly tell them, Margaret, like, how did you find your Indian supplier? Do you want to tell that story?
Yeah.
I think that's very interesting.
Well, we started off originally, our first orders were out of China, and they were going, a couple were going okay, but we sort of probably were a bit green. The software we've been doing this for nearly 5 years, so there wasn't the great software tools around it to sort of vet your products and work everything out properly. So we had those running, and we were flying over to the Canton Fair, and on the way we thought, oh, let's go via Hong Kong, have a holiday there, and there was a fair on there just up from where we were staying. So we went to that, and just walking past all the suppliers, and there was this Indian supplier there that I offered the products. I mean, I was going to take a cartload home, started buying from him or not, because I just loved everything he had. And the rest history. We ended up choosing, or actually 9 products of his at the time, and to test them, and I was going to cull them and do 2 or 3. Well, I've still got the 9 going. And we've just launched some more products from him as well. So we're we've sort of just turned to India, and we then that was out of products and moved forward. So best thing we've done, much more margin, better quality products, just the whole deal. The people, I love dealing with the Indian people. Culture's much nicer, easier to speak to. We don't have language barriers with things that, before it was really hard. So it was great. Next, a new Amazon business. Yeah, great.
When is the vegan eco leather supplier coming in? So Victor, the vegan supplier is scheduled for tomorrow around this time. Yeah, they're scheduled for tomorrow. So today's suppliers are, we have a silk supplier, and then we have another company that does arts and a lot of handicraft products, and really good story behind that company. And then we also have another company that does jute and cane and a lot of different eco-friendly materials and products. So yeah, just hang there. Very interested. Tuning in from Ecuador. So guys, if you have any more questions, we're just waiting for our next supplier. He's just logging in right now. I've confirmed with him. So we'll just give him a couple of minutes. But in the meantime, I have one question over here, Mark, for you from Gemma. Do you do your own PPC?
Yes, I do. I just have the plug-in of Helium-10. I use partially to manage some of my PPC, and then some I'll take back myself if I want to do something different, because Toggle specification. So if I want to sort of tweak something, I'll take that one back myself. But it's quite easy to do. Like, I prefer to do my own PPCs like the Helium, and then pay a firm to do it who charge you a fortune to start with, and then it's their budget. They just don't care. Like, I have a limit, whereas they'll just keep spending your money. So I find it, it's something you probably, you know, especially if you only got a few products, that you probably need to look after yourself. I mean, if you can afford to pay a lot of people to do things and get someone you can really trust, yes, but I think it's better to manage your own initially. And you've got to learn how to do it anyway, because you really need to know what's going on.
Right. So Gemma's saying, I've started using Helium 10 this week. Yeah, I think Helium 10 is just such an awesome tool, I feel. I mean, there are, of course, you know, other tools out there for keyword research, product research, but we generally use Helium 10, and that's the one we recommend. And especially for new sellers, if you are looking for a course, then Helium 10 has this course called Freedom Ticket that's completely free. And it's a very comprehensive course that's put together by Kevin King, who's one of, like, literally the leading e-commerce sellers out there, and he's been doing e-commerce for a really, really long time. So a lot of good information in that course, and it's entirely free with Helium 10. The price of that course is around $1,000 if you buy it outside of Helium 10, but they have a tie-up with Kevin King, and they're offering that course for free. So I think that in itself makes Helium 10 so much more better, especially if you're starting out. You anyways do need a tool to do your keyword research. I mean, it helps. Many people, sell on Amazon without tools, but I think just having a tool helps find keywords that people are searching for. And right? Would you agree?
But it's also all the videos that Bradley Sutton, Tim Jordan, et cetera, et cetera. You can go into all those videos for any sort of type of query that you want. And it's really good. It's explained really well. That's why we sort of started using Helium 10 in the first place, because we were looking for answers. Like, people who, any new starter, there's a lot of questions that sort of sometimes it's not unanswered, but it's very vaguely answered in some, and so you can be confused very early on. I think with Helium 10, you can go back to the videos. And even if you follow Project X, for example, the process is explained pretty well with Tim and Bradley. And I think that's what you recommend a lot, Margaret, isn't it?
Well, to me, anyone starting off on Amazon now, I wouldn't suggest you go out and pay, $4,000 or $5,000 for a course, because all it is a pile of videos that you've got to watch. And Kevin King and Bradley Sutton recently redid the Freedom Ticket. So it's fairly new content, and it's got a lot of new videos always getting added to it. So I think it's up to date. And that way, then, if you don't spend that $4,000 or $5,000, you've got money for your first product. You've nearly got all you need product that you just blown on a training course and an updated recent, much value for your money, and you're really stuck on your own. Sort of assistance to go to and ask questions and things. So I think it's really no-brainer. But look, also whether it be Helium 10 or another where.
Margaret, you might have to stop, and then you might have to stop and then come back in.
We've had this running for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Gemma is saying, I have started using Helium 10 this week.
Wow.
Yeah, Margaret, you're breaking up too. What's wrong with the internet today?
You're freezing, Marg. You might have to go out and come back in.
Yeah.
Go out and come back in, Margaret.
Okay. Kartika is saying, hi, Megla. How
go
can you
out and come back in, Margaret.
So Kartika, you can contact any of the suppliers on the VIS show. You can join our group, and we can answer any questions that you might have related to sourcing from India. If you need coaching, then Margaret does coaching. We basically also have a trip to India that we organize, but of course it's currently on hold because of the pandemic. But once we, once we're out of the pandemic, then hopefully we'll be able to resume the trip. So welcome to join that as well. And we are soon going to be launching a series of more services related to sourcing from India. We've already started working on our website. We're going to launch a course. We're going to have a mastermind. We're going to do workshops and a lot more ways to source products for your private label business on the website once that launches in a couple of months. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. Vandana, yes, we are seeing your comments. Have you heard about... yes. So Vandana, there are a lot of different courses out there. I don't think this is the right place to talk about, various courses, but okay. If Helium 10 does not support Australia, obviously it would not be wise signing up with them. So Helium 10 does support Australia now, doesn't it? Or no, it doesn't?
No, it doesn't. No.
Not yet. Okay. I think they were talking about it.
They've been talking about it for a long time, Egla, but
yeah,
I'm not sure if AU's that sort of busy. I think it's just specific sort of products sort of sell well, but others don't. So that's what we hear anyway.
Yeah, so Helen, you're only saying there that it's not that it doesn't support AU as a nation. It only doesn't support the Amazon AU site. Yeah. So if you're selling in America, Helium 10 works fine, or anywhere else in the world. So I'm not sure what it means. Not right, because it's not. Yeah. Come back.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get started now. Our first supplier has joined us over here. And so I'm going to invite the first supplier on stage, and let's get started with our show. Okay. So Shravan, so welcome Shravan to Virtual India Sourcing Show. Shravan is from Padmini Silks, which is one of the leading silk fabric manufacturers in India. So Margaret, over to you.
Hello, Shravan. How are you? Can you hear me? Can he hear me? Can you hear me? I give up.
Hi, Shravan. Can you hear us? What is happening today?
Can you hear
us? It's going to be something wrong with StreamYard, I think, Megla.
No, this is something else. I think this is because Shravan, we can hear the audio. Can you try to speak? The first show of 2021. And guys, we did a test. We did a test with everybody, guys. It's not like we haven't done a test. We've done a test. Everything was working fine. And yeah, I don't know what's happening. Full moon. Wendy's saying full moon.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Shravan, can you hear us?
Yeah. Hang on. Okay, great. Well, Vandana, to answer your question, Beej is coming on tomorrow. Yeah, they're on the show tomorrow. Okay, Shravan, can you hear us now? Can you hear us, Shravan?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear us? Okay, good. All right. So look, what we'll probably try and do is we might just go straight in so you can start telling us about your company. So Megla will share the PPT on the screen, and we'll just let you go ahead and see if we can hear you now. So do you want to go ahead and start speaking?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay, hello, off everyone. You go.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Shravan from Bangalore, and I represent a family-owned company who's engaged in manufacturing of silk fabrics as well as other textile fabrics and made-ups from Bangalore, India. So a little bit more about our company. It was founded in 1978, a family-owned company. It was one of the old and reputed manufacturers and exporters of fabrics from Bangalore for home furnishings and apparels. So as you know, Bangalore is actually a silicon city and is also been known for manufacturing of textile fabrics and handicrafts since many, many years. Since probably about 40-50 years, it's been famous for that. So so we've been here since generations, and my family's also been involved in this manufacturing since quite some time. Actually, my dad, along with his brothers. started this venture with a small retail shop selling sarees and handmade goods, and then later ventured into handloom products, started with investments in manufacturing handloom products by putting looms and other machineries. So then later evolved with, as the technology went ahead, so later involved in manufacturing, with the power loom units, and then set up a large scale, whole full-fledged, large scale high-tech machinery. So now we have all the latest equipments and machineries to manufacture quality products and up to international standards when it comes to all the processes of textile fabric manufacturing, like say dyeing, weaving, twisting, all sort of complicated fabrics could be manufactured under one facility, under one roof. So that's quite an achievement, I would say, for the that generation. So of course, it's been hard for us also to take this forward with regards to the pandemic here. So nevertheless, so we've also won a lot of awards for the export performances by the government of India. So, and Meghla, can you just go up to the previous slide? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so we have all the latest infrastructure I have already told you, with manufacturing of yarn preparations, dyeing, weaving, embroidery, digital prints, made-ups, a lot of fabrics. And we also have our in-house design studio where we have technical and qualified designers coming out with collections and designs every year. So we come up with our own collection with all the coloration and design suitable for the international market and market specific like Europe, America, or the Far East countries. Yeah, so next slide, please. Yeah, thank you. So we export to various countries like USA, UK, Germany, Spain, Singapore, Middle East, Far East, Hong Kong, South Africa, and the list goes on. And clients are like wholesalers, retailers, interior designers, hospitality, furniture manufacturers, garment manufacturers. Since we make a variety of products and not only silk, we have silk blends, poly blends, which is also suitable for upholstery and garments as well. There are a lot of garments. We have garment clients who makes a lot of garments and apparels suitable for women's wear as well as men's wear in the international market. So, which I'll be showing you as we go ahead. So, since we have a high-tech manufacturing plant, so at every stage of our production, and with technical staff and competent as well as dedicated staff, which helps us in getting out quality products. So, so our products include like lightweight shears, which is also called as organza, silk organzas to heavy upholstery in a variety of qualities like simple solids, textures, dobbies, jacquards, embroideries for both home furnishing as well as for apparels. So besides since we have our own dyeing unit, so we also have our own effluent treatment plant, wherein we treat the dyed water after the yarn. It's actually the yarn which we dye. So once the yarn is dyed, the dyed water goes to the effluent treatment plant, which treats all the dyed water and with all the procedures followed. So then the same water is being saved and reused for the same process again for dyeing the yarn, as well as it can also the water is so pure that it is also drinkable. So that's the kind of technology we have, wherein the whole water is consumed. So thereby doing a bit for the Mother Earth. And our annual production capacity is 500,000 square meters. So, and we have this could be used for a lot of different. Yeah. So the wide wet fabrics could be used for various purposes. It is also helpful for cut-in sew facility, wherein the wastage is going to be less. And when it comes to home furnishings, when a curtain is put up, the wider the fabrics, the joints are less. And another advantage, and then that has been reversed, so it becomes upside down. So then a horizontal stripe becomes a vertical stripe, thereby giving the customers a 3-meter length curtain. So normally in the international market, many places, the curtain height is high, the window height is, too high, about 3 meters, 3.5 meters, helpful for those kind of projects. And since we have our own design studio, we also have the facility to undertake custom development as per customer specification with regards to designs, colors, and quality. So customer can give us, a swatch of a fabric, and then we check possibilities of manufacturing it, and then we advise the customers about the possibilities as well as the price. And if customer is okay with it, then we take it up for sampling with a lot of approvals from the customer with regards to colors and designs, all by email. And then we make a small strike off and then send it to the client for their approval. And when that is approved, the production goes on. So this of course takes a lot of time, depends upon the size of the project as well as the complicacy of the designs and the qualities. So our minimums ranges from 100 meters to 2000 meters per SKU. So that means per item. So usually 100 to 200 meters are meant for silk fabrics, and then like linen, cotton goes up to like 700, 800 meters, and polyester goes up to like 1500 to 2000 meters. And that all depends upon the item what we manufacture.
So, Shravan, just to clarify, this 100 meters MOQ, is this for customized fabric?
Yes, it's for customized fabric as well. Like I told you, it all depends upon the product. So
That's good. That's very low.
Okay, so let's go on to talk about your products.
yeah, coming. Yeah. So fabrics, we have solids, textures, jacquards, embroidery, prints, and dobbies. These are typically, the basic, I mean, all the items which is being covered, and all these are manufactured in-house. And apart from fabrics, we also manufacture a special variety of silk sarees, which is called soft silk sarees, which has a pure zari border, which is quite a classic product, I would say. So that's the only product in sarees which we manufacture. And qualities, like we have silk, polyester, cotton, linen, and their blends. So it's either 100% silk, 100% poly, 100% cotton, 100% linen, and all of these blends. And any of those above mentioned fabrics like textures, jacquards, embroideries. And apart from fabrics, and these fabrics are sold by bolt. A bolt size would be about like 40 to 50 meter bolt size. And apart from fabrics, we manufacture made-ups like cushion covers, curtains, pouches, the small pouches or jewelry pouches, or could be used for any different purpose. Bedspreads, bed skirts, bed sheets, pillowcases, silk pillowcases, duvets, lampshades, and kitchen linen. And kitchen linen, like you have aprons, you have micro mitts, you have oven mitts, and a lot of kitchen items which is normally made in 100% cotton. And there are various designs in that. We have stripes, checks, embroideries, prints. So these are all made as per customer specification, as per their sizes. Say like cushion cover, we have the regular 40 by 40 or 35 by 50, as per the customer specification. It's all custom made. Whatever the size the customer wants, we make it.
So
And
Gemma is asking, is the cotton organic, or can you use organic cotton if required?
we've tried to use this in the past, but the challenge here is the quantity. So since the quantity is an issue, and so we're not doing it. It's not the organic cotton. So it's all we use the dye stuff. It's all imported dye stuff. What we use, of course, it has chemicals in it, but with the good, all industry standard acceptable. It's all internationally acceptable chemicals which is being used with the good color fastness and azo-free dyes, which is being used for the dyeing.
Okay. So Vandana is asking, can you manufacture new products that have not been done before if I had a specific idea in mind, for example?
Well, yes, and that depends upon whether we can manufacture that or not. So that if that idea can be converted to the product, so we'll have to look into that idea first.
Yeah. So Vandana, I guess, if it is a made up or upholstery or drapery or the categories that they focus on, I think they should be able to do it. But if it's maybe an apparel or something like that, so Shravan, you guys don't really do apparel
No,
and garments, right?
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay. So
Mm.
you're
It's only
mostly focused on
fabrics
furniture.
and mainly made ups for home furnishings. I mean, we supply fabrics to apparel manufacturers. A lot of garment and apparel manufacturers who buy our products, and primarily silk as well as polyester, who make garments, who make shirts out of it, men's shirts as well as men's jackets and apparels for women, like the bridal dresses and jackets and stuff.
Okay.
So the
So
end use I've already mentioned, like upholstery, drapery, men's shirts, and we do have scarves as well. Silk scarves, which is a very classic product. Silk printed scarf as well as in a lot of different plain colors. Our products could also be used for wallpapers, and wherein we also can provide fabrics with the fabric, I mean with the backing, with the non-woven backing as well as a paper backing, which is going to be suitable for wallpapers. You just have to open up the roll and kind of you know uh, have a good technician who knows how to fix the fabrics, I mean the wallpapers to the wall with the proper glue and the proper technique. So that's it.
right. Okay. So let's take a look at some of the fabrics. So
These are some of our basic products. These are solids. This is primarily a basic solid silk product, wherein we have a variety of colors in here. And if you don't find your color in here, we can definitely make it for you. And we have jacquards. Jacquards are primarily woven fabrics wherein the design is made in the computer, and then we just have to transfer that design to the high tech the machine. So wherein the product is just woven. All the design what you could see in the jacquards, it automatically picks up the color and weaves the fabric as per the design and as per the construction which is being given. So there's a lot of possibilities in there, and we have the dobbies, stripes, and checks. So that's again, a lot of different patterns in there, and embroideries in different colors. The embroidery yarn what we use is of rayon or viscose, I would say, or even cotton. Depends upon customer specification how they want the look. And look, it's a lot of different base fabrics. Like these two are like linen based fabrics. The embroideries are linen based fabrics. Prints, we have digital prints, screen prints, and rotary print. So prints, and we have pleats. Pleats is very interesting. So these are like fabrics wherein you have a base fabric, and upon that we use another fabric to make that pattern, cut those fabrics, in that shape, and then we stitch it. It's done in a cut and sew machine. So even in those, there's a lot of possibilities, a lot of designs we have. And quilts. Quilts is like a sandwich fabric where the upper layer is the main fabric, like the silk or polyester fabric, and then we give a wadding to it, a poly wadding with kind of 180 GSM or 120 GSM, depends upon what is the thickness the customer wants, and that has a lining behind it in the bottom of the fabric, which is a lightweight cotton fabric. So that's used primarily for quilt and bedding product, and that's an embroidery. We also embroider on that. So we either embroider as well as stitch. You have a normal stitching machine where you just have those kind of a diamond. The one on the left hand side is we can have those stitched. There's a special machine for it for simple stitch patterns. Yeah, these are the sarees I was talking about, which is just plain in the center, and it has, if it zoom in, you could see the design, which has the border has a design, a unique design. So, and that too also has a limitation with about like a few inches, 2 inches to 3 inches. So that's all pure, silk designs. It is made with silk yarn with a golden thread, a golden thread wound to the silk yarn that makes it stiff and a tested zari, I would say. So, yeah, this is one product which we make. Made ups for bedspreads, table covers, and curtains. And in curtains also we have different patterns. Like we have the top curtain, like which is on the very right side of it, which has a loop kind of a curtain, and the center one has kind of a rod pocket which has been stitched and just has a complete hole in it. And we have pleated curtains, a lot of varieties in curtains as well, and yeah, cushion covers. So cushion covers also has a lot of varieties. We just have the plain cushion cover and piping cushion cover and a cushion cover with flanges. Like you have the one or two extra flanges in it. So it's all about custom requirement. These are all decorative products, and it's all depends upon the customers. And there's a jewelry pouch which I was talking about, which we recently made for a client. So it's just a small pouches, wherein it's just very small, the size or any size what a customer wants. And lampshades, yeah, we've made it in silk as well as cotton. Um, and it could be made in any product, embroideries, jacquards, any of these products we could make the lampshades. And next we have a pillowcase. The pillowcase is normally the silk pillowcase which we've done. So that comes in different sizes, 20 by 30, 20 by 36 inches. And all these products could be custom made with all custom labeling as per customer requirement, customer sizes, and customer packing.
Okay, those lampshades are pretty interesting. So that's made entirely of silk, is it?
No, that's with cotton.
Oh, that's the cotton one. Okay.
Yeah, we made with silk as well.
Okay. So Meghna is asking, do you have scrap silk as well?
And what do you mean by that? Scrap silk, is it like? Did not exactly get you on that.
Yeah, Meghna, could you clarify what you mean by scrap silk specifically? And then Vandana is asking, how is the silk produced? So I'm assuming you don't produce the silk yourself, right? I mean, you get the
Yes, we
yarn.
import the silk yarn. So of course, yeah, it is interesting how the silk yarn is being produced. So it's a long process and a lengthy process. It's very beautiful. So it's just the worms. We have the worms. Just to brief you about it, there are worms, which primarily, I mean, it's a kind of agriculture, I would say. These needs to be produced in a good temperature, and a moderate and a good climate. It has to have a good climate, and the person also needs to have a know-how about how to take care of those worms. So these worms are fed on mulberry leaves. So they eat these worms and then they convert themselves into a cocoon where they want whatever worms they eat. So they release these kind of threads wherein they wound themselves into a cocoon, and those cocoons are again boiled, and there's a procedure for it. They boil it in the water and then they extract those threads from the cocoon, and it's very fine. It's very fine. So that's the overall different process, and that is being converted to the yarn, and that yarn is then used to manufacture fibers. And in that yarn, you get different deniers from the thin. There are about a few deniers and different qualities, different grades of silk yarn.
Right. So we have another question. This is about this is a follow up on scrap silk. So the pieces that are not sold typically, like the ends and imperfect fabrics.
Yes, you mean to say like second fabrics? Yes, we do sell those. I mean, that's usually, we whatever produce we make, there'll be rejected items. There'll be some defects in the fabrics. So we accumulate all those and we sell it like once in 2 years or 3 years. Yes, but we do have that's different. We sell it locally here.
Okay. So Vandana is asking, is this silk produced in India, China, or elsewhere?
We use both the yarns which is produced in India and China as well.
Right. So Vandana, just to clarify, they get the silk yarn from India or China, and then they manufacture the fabric
Yeah.
in
So
their factory. Yeah.
so that yarn is being converted, or we just give the raw yarn, which is very thin in size. So that
Hmm.
yarn is being twisted to whatever denier we want, whatever thickness we want, and it's being dyed, it's being warped, it's being woven, it's being printed, embroidery, everything
Okay.
from yarn stage until the complete finishing, like water repellent finish or whatever made up conversions, everything is being done in house and then we sell it.
Right. So let's quickly go through the rest of these slides. We're kind of
This is some of
running
the
out of
silk scarf.
time. Yeah.
These are like 110 by 110 centimeters silk scarf, different prints, and these are silk
Soles.
stoles, which are
Yeah.
like 35 by 170 centimeters. And these are all printed, digital printed and screen printed. And these are some of the, our products where products could be used. Upholstery, curtains, as you could see some cushions there, and some apparels here, which is used for
Oh, this
bridal
is nice.
wear. Yeah, bridal wears, and all these are silk, primarily silk. These are all silk wedding dresses.
So just to
And
clarify,
we don't
these
manufacture these
are,
fabrics.
yeah, yeah, you don't manufacture these products. Okay. So let's quickly talk about your infrastructure. Then I think you also want to show some samples, right?
Yeah, so that's the infrastructure. We have the twisting machine, the dyeing, everything. So just quickly
Yeah. So basically, it's a very vertically integrated
show your product.
facility that you have there, right?
Yeah, these are
Okay.
some of the products. That's a basic product. Like we have a shade card in here of the silk taffeta product. A lot of, and that's again, this is a linen product where we have different qualities in here with different weights suitable for different purpose. Some are suitable for menswear and some suitable for draperies. So we have color range here.
So
And
what would be your one of your busiest sort of products? What's one of your main lines that you sell mainly, Siobhan? No, he's frozen.
What's going on today?
Wow.
Yeah. Sharon,
Yeah.
did you get that question?
He's muted too.
Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, did you hear
Yes,
what's
the
your
same
most
growth. Repeat it.
so
Say it
what
again,
do you
Mark.
sell mainly? What's your most sort of used line? What do you
Popular.
sell? Sheeting, or what's more popular? Your sheeting, your clothing? What's your biggest sort of seller? He's frozen again.
Well, the most
Kelly.
popular one is silk fabrics. The silk jute that's a basic silk product, which is so primarily this. And the USP is jacquard fabrics. Since we have
Yeah.
the capability of designing and products as per customer requirement, that's one of our USP, and with low minimum.
So you do much sheeting? I know we had a lot of people looking for sheets and duvet covers and things like that. Do you do a lot of that? You just got to.
Did
Yeah,
you
I think
get
they
me?
do sheets.
Not really sheets, not those sheets, for the bedding, the white bed linen sheet, not those. It's all for the decorative, in silk or polyester, and the decorative embroidered or the jacquard, just
Okay.
the bed, they just place it like a quilt.
Okay, so like it's either quilt
So
covers
this is
or
the pillowcase I was
yeah.
talking about.
Hmm.
That's a silk satin pillowcase. So where we put custom label customer requirement, and whatever size the customer wants. And these are some of our silk cushions.
All right,
That's
just
with
your
these are all
cushions.
silk
Yeah.
products. And uh, again, that's the silk. We have the zipper here, and we can place these zippers wherever the customer wants, either on the top here, or with buttons. We also use buttons. I don't have a sample here. We also use buttons, and these are all taggings as per customer requirement, whatever tag the customer wants. And these are cushions with flange. The embroidery technique here is very different. You have that velvety kind of feel and the
Very
effect here.
nice.
So
Yeah, there's a
that's
lot of work gone
there's
into them.
a lot of techniques. All
Yeah,
these are computer
Yeah.
that's
computer.
beautiful. Yeah.
This is one product which has some.
It's kind of frozen again.
There must be something going on with the internet or StreamYard or something today.
Yeah.
Beads in
It's
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a plated cushion cover which has those beads, white beads, and which is all handmade.
Mm.
So,
They're all beautiful designs.
and these are scarves, the silk scarves, used for various purposes. We use it for different purpose.
Yeah. They would be popular, wouldn't they? The silk scarves
They're very
with
nice.
the
Yeah.
ladies. Oh,
There
that's,
he's doing a bit of modeling too.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
popular.
yeah,
Yeah, very popular. Yeah.
Well,
So
that looks nice. Yeah, no, I love my scarves.
the
I love all the
gold
silk
size,
scarves.
the width of the silks. Yeah, that's a silk stole, which is primarily and the length being little big, so that you have a good drop here.
yeah.
No, they are good.
I'm sure you ladies will like them scarves.
Yeah, and again, Marg, I mean, silk scarves on Amazon is a bit, competitive. So you've got to be careful if you sell these
Yeah,
kinds of products.
and I think too, because of I suppose, the tastes, you've got to be careful to get a sort of fairly generic sort of look. It's no good going for something really beautiful that's very different, because it's, you might not sell enough of that particular print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's again a cotton cushion cover, which has a plain backing. The cost, because if you use printed on both the sides, the cost would increase.
Oh yeah, so
Right.
they're one-sided. Yeah.
Yeah. And we use this invisible zipper here. So.
Yeah, no.
And we have. These are
So, guys watching, if you have any questions for Shravan, type them in the comments now. We'll start wrapping up. Our next supplier is ready backstage.
like,
And let's hope they've got good internet.
Yes. Oh, what's that?
Yeah, these are like
For the Canadian.
Yeah,
it's good Canadian.
Yeah. So it's
The
the
flag,
towel and
Pillowcase.
napkins, and these are all custom
napkins.
made. That's an embroidery actually. So or embroidered as per customer requirement. And we have the same product, like we have the animal designs.
Megla, he will have a catalogue, won't he, for all these designs?
Yes. So the catalog that we shared just now, the PDF, that is available. Yeah, that is available at the link below. So yeah, if anybody wants to download the catalog, go to this link, bit.ly/vis-all. That's where it is. And Kelly's saying Canada, yay! Kelly's from Canada.
You do shower curtains.
Shower curtains.
No shower curtains.
No, because they'd be
Okay.
more plasticky. Yeah.
Yeah, for the wet area.
Yeah, shower curtains need to be plastic, right?
Yeah.
They can't. Yeah, silk shower curtains. I don't know.
And
Maybe you
for the
could.
exterior, people use. Yeah. So, and for the exterior of the bathtub, they normally use our products for the shower curtains. For the interiors, they normally use the regular, water
Yeah.
repellent.
Okay. So I guess just to clarify, what he meant was you can use their shower curtains on the outside, whereas on the inside of the bathtub, you can use the regular water repellent one.
Yeah.
So Vandana is saying shower curtains can come in double layers. Yes, that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the silk yarn that you get, and then this is what is basically woven into fabric.
All right. Looks like hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you remember, Mark, we've seen this in Vietnam.
Like hair.
Yeah, we did.
It has a very good, very good.
Yeah. So, guys, if you are interested in getting in touch with Shravan and exploring all of these different types of fabrics, or if you have your own design in mind and you want to reach out to them and see if they can do some product development for you, this is the email address, padmsilk@padminisilks.com. So you can also go to their website, get more information. And also this URL that's at the bottom in the ticker, go to this URL. This is the Google Drive where we have all of the catalogs. And so you can look for the January 2021 folder over there, and you'll be able to see Shravan's catalog over there as well. So definitely check that out. So, Shravan, thank you so much for your time today. It was really nice learning about your company. The internet was a bit choppy, even though we did a test twice on different days. But yeah, so I think the tech gods are not happy with us today.
Yeah, but I'm sure anybody looking for silk, your company is the right place to come to.
Yeah, got some beautiful things in there. Really lovely.
Yeah, beautiful things, vertically integrated company, and really well-established company that's been in the industry for a really long time. So
And
definitely,
the other
highly
thing,
recommended.
yeah, the other thing, Sharon, if when we're allowed to travel again, would we be able to come and visit your factory?
Just got delay again.
Oh yeah, sure. You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be
Thank
very
you.
exciting
Bye-bye.
to see the entire process.
Yeah, to have
for
fun.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
thank
Take
you.
care.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
a lot.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Wow. That was pretty good. I was really impressed with the designs, and
Yeah.
I mean, they don't do garments or apparel, but the fabrics that they produce are used by garment suppliers. Or if you are a designer and if you want to work with another supplier, you can buy the fabric from them and then get it made elsewhere, right?
Yeah, well, it looks like they can make
I think they've got,
any sort of any fabric that you want. The myriad of designs that he was sort of trying to show us. It was just a shame it was sort of choppy because
Yeah.
the other stuff that we'd seen is very impressive, and of course the factory is very impressive with all the looms and the machinery they have. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's move on, and we're going to invite our next supplier here on stage. So welcome, Sona from the India Craft House to Virtual India Sourcing Show. How are you doing today, Sona?
Hi, fine. Hello, Megla. Hi, Margaret, and hi, Kevin.
Hi, how are you,
Hello,
Sona?
Sona. Good to see you again.
I know. Nice to be back.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, and hopefully in a better year.
Good. And Sona, yeah, hopefully you've got a good internet connection.
Well, fingers crossed, Kevin. Let's hope so.
Oh no.
No, it should be fine. It should be fine.
There's a bit of a lag there, wasn't there? Well, Sona, welcome to the Viz show once again. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the India Craft House? And you have a lovely backstory, so if you could sort of just delve into that a little bit for the listeners, and we'll go from there.
Absolutely, I'd love to do that, Kevin. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, the India Craft House essentially is a social enterprise, and we work with artisans across the country. And the whole objective of the enterprise is to promote craft, to create a platform where our artisans can actually showcase their products and help them, develop products that would be more, suitable to an international market as well. So we work both ways. One is we present what they have, and second is we work with them to customize what may be required by customers, all over the world. So we are a small company, but we are committed to a fair trade philosophy. And the whole objective is, exploring these partnerships with our artisans, making sure they get a fair price for what they do, and help them grow.
So how many artisans do you actually work with, Sona?
So, Kevin, that's on in the next slide, I think. And
Okay, yeah.
We engage with over 300 to 500 artisans directly, and indirectly that could go into, over 2,000, because every artisan has, their clusters. So each artisan would have typically, let's say, 10 or 20 people working with him. So, and then we have a lot of partnerships also with, non-profit companies, with other social enterprises that also work with artisans. So we are networked with not just artisans, but also other organizations that work with artisans. And so the whole objective is to collectively try and make a difference. So here we're talking about what I've already told you, providing market linkages, and the fact that we provide authentic Indian craft online. So it's not, it's not something that is not authentic. It's all ethically sourced. Customizing and design we've talked about. Craft revival is an effort, a main thing that we're working on, because what we are seeing is that a lot of, there's so much talent that exists in this country. But the sad part is that a lot of the younger generation is actually moving on to more lucrative options because of a lack of demand. So there's a crying need to be able to support these people, with orders worldwide, and that can only happen if you're able to bring up products that people would actually want. These are all sustainable, these are all handcrafted. So that is the main effort that we're working towards, and we deliver worldwide. We work with companies across the world. Just a glimpse of some of the artisans, just a few shots we've put in there. These are all rural artisans, as you can see.
And these are all sort of families too, Sona, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's passed down, sort of. Yeah.
Yes, totally. Just a small glimpse of our office. There's a team of about 10 direct people and about 20 indirect people. We've got our certifications in place with our IC codes, GST. We're a medium and small enterprise, also registered with the Government of India.
So what are some of the things that you do in-house, Sona? Do you want to explain that a little bit? Like, for example, packaging and customization, is that handled in-house? Let's say somebody wants their... Yeah,
Meghla. Everything is basically in-house. For instance, even the product design, we've got people who would, design products. The packaging, of course, all the logistics are, we've tied up with, large logistics partners like DHL, FedEx, and all of that. That is outsourced. But the rest of it is pretty much in-house. So it's just that, our factories in the villages, our workers are the artisans, and the rest of it is all in-house. So,
okay.
The sourcing and all of that.
Okay, so these are some certificates.
Quality control is very stringent because we do that along with ourselves and our partners. And, every piece is checked. And if there's anything, obviously, that's not up to the mark, we ensure that, that's kind of replaced.
And Sona, if someone from the show today did actually make an order with you, there's no problem with bringing in a third-party inspection if they wanted to?
No problem at all, Kevin.
Yeah, okay, excellent.
It's just that they'd probably have to travel to the interior.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But that's totally possible. And of course, we deal with, any craft, any state. So it's every craft has a different lead time, of course, depending on the complexity of the making. So basically, to sum it up, we can do any Indian handcrafted product from any craft, any state, any item, any material virtually. So if from textile to, to grass weaving, to metal, to wood, we curate, we customize, and we ideate. That's what I've said here. And basically, apart from all of this, it's the story behind what we do,
Mm-hmm.
We remain as true as possible to the story that we are, born to do. This is our contact information here, which I think Meghla would be circulating. So we've got some glimpses here of the products. And again, it cuts across segments, So for instance, for women, I've just given a very, few examples of the kind of bags, but you see leather embossed on the left hand, the blue wallet, go on to jute and fabric, that's interwoven. And then you get all kinds of bags in jute and fabric. These are large tote bags, but you can do slings, you can do smaller bags. Then we've got handcrafted leather bags. If you see the yellow one and the brown one, that's actually hand-stitched by artisans. Then there's some with Kutch embroidery in it, patches in it. Again, these are all customizable, you see. So anything that a customer wants can be done. You can do fabric and leather. We can do virtually anything there. Then you've got the mirror work bags, which are quite, obviously popular in terms of the color and the vibrancy of the product. There we've got a little laptop bag that one experimented with down there. And this is a silk. Next to that is a silk and brocade bag. Then again, all customizable. This is a grass woven bag here, a tote. The one next to that is a beadwork that actually comes from Ladakh, and that's a very intricate craft form. And again, you get a lot of things in this, from jewelry to bags. That's next to that. The black and white one is a fabric wallet and a clutch, clutch. So basically, this is just to give you an idea, a brief idea of the cross section that we cut across. So you can see it's from leather to fabric to jute to mirrorwork to silk to grass weaving, you name it. It's all there.
Yeah. Some really nice designs there, Sona.
Thank you, Kevin. Thanks. Then we come to some, again, I've just put in some examples of the jewelry. So you've got ceramic ones from the left hand. If we start, there's some ceramic jewelry here. And then you move on to beads, wooden beads, the ones next to it. Again, all made by rural artisans. So you've got wooden beads there in a couple of colors. And then you get them in multifarious hues, Then you go on to the smaller beads and on thread next to that in the center. And below that, we've got terracotta. These are terracotta on string. And then you've got fabric beads next to that, the 3 strings, one below the other. These are all fabric beads strung together. And then we have dhokra, which is actually it's a metal alloy. And it's actually a 4,000-year-old craft, the one on top, the one that looks like brass, the multi-string.
Yeah. So I guess that people could customize those as well if they wanted to make it their own. Yeah.
All kinds of designs, and get earrings, anklets, bracelets, you name it. Then there's some pottery beads down there, the light pale green ones, Mekhla, just below the brass.
Yeah, and Sona, with those particular products there'd be a backstory of the village where they're made, and the artisans that make them. So there's a lovely sort of backstory that goes with the product, in order to have a brand sort of backstory for people to to sort of use with their brand. What do you think of that, Meghla?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the beauty of this. And, Kevin, we also had Anjali a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a couple of months ago, and she's a videographer in Delhi, right, in India. And so I think what would be interesting is if somebody wanted to actually, have Anjali's team go to the villages where these products are made and actually create a sort of a short, like a documentary or a movie about how these products are manufactured and the story behind them, and that maybe talk to the artisans and find out their stories as well. I think that would be a very powerful story, right? Would you say?
Yeah, well, look, the possibilities are endless. I mean, that's why I sort of invited you to comment then, because I see sort of all these different little clusters and different little regions of what they sort of bring to the table, and it's very unique. And so people can actually sell that to the world, but it's a it's a unique thing. It's not available everywhere. So obviously, if there's a demand, and then sort of how you put the brand story together, I think it's it's a great way to build a brand.
True, Kevin. So the story is something we also work on. So like you mentioned, just like what Anjali does, we can easily also help create the entire story that can customers can use.
Yeah.
Because everything that we do comes with a really strong story, behind it.
Yeah.
And that's actually more important than the product itself.
Yeah.
So absolutely. Yeah.
Do you have any gold metalwork artisans?
Oh, yes. In fact, I haven't featured it here, but we've got a lot of silver that we're doing.
We're getting there.
So gold, yes. We can. It's just that we haven't featured gold, but we can, of course.
Right. So let's keep moving here and see some of the other products.
Now, these are just some examples, very few examples of the stoles, actually. Because there was too much to cram in, Meghna. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, can you explain to people what exactly is the craft over here, or the handicraft? It's basically the printing, right? I mean, the block printing, or
No, it's
maybe the
all
hand
different.
looms.
It's all different, Meghna. So, for instance, on the left, you start with the black and white one, which is bark printing, and that's a
This one.
kind of block printing. So, you've got different techniques of block printing, right, in India. So, you've got bark, you've got, ajrak, you've got various things. So, here, for instance, we've got a bark print featured. And then they come from different corners of the country in any case. The black and white one and the red one on top is bark. The one below is ajrak, the one next to the black and white, which is the blackish print that you see.
This one.
No, the one below the red. This one, yeah. Right?
Okay.
And again, ajrak is an ancient craft form, again, practiced in the west of India.
And so this is block printed.
This is block printing. And then it's a pretty complex process, all of these. So that's really again, it's the story behind these, and people who read about the craft, and when they understand the complexities, what adds the value to the product.
Absolutely.
You come on different kinds of fabric. You can do it on crepe, on silk, on cotton, on, any kind of fabric.
Yeah.
Then you go on to the one on top, which is a tie and dye process that's called leheria, the black and white striped one, the diagonal stripes. Very interesting. So, bandhani and leheria is probably what a lot of people would have heard about. Bandhani is a small tie and dye technique, where they actually tie the fabric in little knots, and then it's the relief dyeing that is done. And when it's kind of the fabric is opened out, you see the colors differently, depending on what kind of dye has been used. So this is leheria here. And below that, you see the red one. That's a silk batik one. Batik, again, you get in lots of designs and things. And then we move on to some of the woolen ones on the right-hand side. So you've got from Kashmir, you've got the Kani pattern. Some of these are loom woven. Now, hand woven is very, very expensive these days. So, a lot of them are moving on to loom woven. But still, the wool, the wool is all Kashmiri. And it's, a lot of it is hand embroidered. So.
Well, aren't that like that? You'd call that a shawl? So, and they're very popular in certain places, are they?
Yes, absolutely. And then again, there's a huge variety, Kevin, as to what can be offered. We've got some shaded ones there. We've got down below is the Himachal ones. They come from Himachal. These are hand woven. The grey one with the red stripe that you see down below, or the peacock blue one on the right hand extreme bottom. Yeah. So again, just a few examples of the kind, some warm soles and silk and batik and all of that. So here we've got some accessories, hair accessories for women, spectacle cases in embossed leather, pouches. I mean, this is just to show you a cross section of the kind of things that can be offered. The gamut is huge.
I remember last time we spoke, Sona, you had you had many products, and I remember we had a long conversation into all the products, and even all the. And you were so interesting in the regions. You knew every product and every region where they come from. That sort of fascinated me.
Absolutely, Kevin. Now, for instance, you're looking at this steel canister. Now we moved on to the home.
Yeah.
And you're looking at the steel canister. I probably have an example here. The same thing that you're looking at. And this is a hand painted.
Ah, yeah, right.
This is Madhubani from Bihar. Now, traditionally these artisans, this art form was used to decorate their walls of their homes.
Yeah.
And then they moved on to just making paintings. And that, kind of got them some income, but probably not enough.
Yeah.
So now they've moved on to creating a whole host of items that people can actually use. Again, from wood to metal to, to ceramic to all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So this is just an example of the canister that I was showing you, but then you can do cookie jars, you can do all kinds of things with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, lovely.
So Meghna is asking, what are your MOQs and what's the average lead time on handmade items?
So, Meghna, the MOQs for handmade could be a minimum of at least 50 to 100 to make it viable for the artisan. Normally, we would say at least 200, but in some cases we can use the MOQ. The lead time again depends from item to item. Again, like I said, on the complexity. For instance, hand painting is a very labor-intensive process, but then we would have, let's say, a whole group of artisans doing it, so that might bring the lead time down. But dhokra metal, which you'll see ahead, is a casting process, so that's kind of all done together. So it really depends. And once we know what craft we are looking for, we can let you know what the lead time is on it. It could be anything from 4 weeks onwards, 3 to 4 weeks for a bulk order.
Yeah. Okay.
4 to 8 weeks, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're moving on here again. This is an example. The blue trays that you see are Varli. This is from Maharashtra, the state of Maharashtra in the west. Again, these are tribal artisans, started as a tribal art form, which people used to decorate their homes with. Now they do it on a whole lot of items. That this is where we come in and kind of work with them, give them the raw material probably, and help them, create stuff that people would buy. The one you're looking
so, excuse me, Sana. So you just say that again. So you actually help to fund some of the artisans to help them to progress.
Kevin, I'm sorry if I missed mentioning this in the beginning, but we're a social enterprise with a difference in the sense that a lot of what you're seeing is inventory. We actually buy from our artisans,
Yes.
So it's not just that we go there and photograph their products and then we'd say, oh, okay, fine, we'll find you a market and we'll get back to you sometime 2 years from today. It's not like that. Every single thing you see on our website and everything that we feature is because how else do you help them? How else do you set in to motion a cycle of demand for them?
Exactly. So, that's what I was trying to sort of bring to
exactly. So as an enterprise, a lot of what we earn goes back into funding products that we actually buy from our artisans. So everything you see here is our stock, and a lot of it. I mean, today I haven't put in pictures of where all our products are, but there's a lot. I can tell you that. So apart from this buying from them, for instance, right now we are in the process of working with another foundation where these are again a whole bunch of people who need work. What we will do is, for instance, create the wooden items for them. And we will send it across to them and tell them what colors we want and get it actually painted, for whatever orders we're working on. So that's how we also support them with. When it's in art form, where they're actually going to be painting on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course on your website, like if people go to your website, they can also buy, 1 or 2 pieces if they want for personal use, right?
Oh yes, of course. That's a proper retail website. I mean, you can just
that's an e-commerce website. So in case anybody wants this, stuff for their home, you can go there on the website and buy that as well.
Actually, the real help to our artisans does come from the bulk orders.
Right.
Online does help. It does help it to some extent, but how do you help a whole bunch of artisans if they're not going to get, quantifiable amount of business? That's really where you find illicit bulk orders for them. And then you move on.
Yeah, that was my point. We sort of came across in India. We spoke with many people, but we came across quite a lot of social enterprises. It seems in India that is, with artisans, there is certain groups in certain regions of social enterprises sort of happening throughout the country. Yeah.
Absolutely, Kevin. The country is so huge. The possibilities are so huge that, each of us can make a small difference. Let's put it that way, in whatever we do. So there's, on this slide, you're seeing some really interesting craft forms. There is dhokra, which is this is a casting craft. And this is just a small example. It's a pen stand. And this goes back to the Indus Valley civilization, the craft form.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
It's casting process. And then there's another thing on that slide, which is if you go to the extreme right-hand top, which is jali. And I've got something here. This needs to be seen. It's so intricate. Every single hole in this piece has been carved by hand.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, wow.
Is that made of wood?
Wood. It's made of fine wood. It's like kadam wood, it's light wood. And if you look at this, every single thing is handcrafted. It's so painstaking, and it is labor intensive, but it's beautiful. So we are working with our artists to create a whole range of items to help them.
Yeah, that's lovely.
So,
Well, that could be nice because
that'd be a good. I think straight away. Yeah, home office Megler. You're right onto that one.
Yeah.
That's very popular at the moment, home office. And so to make a,
Absolutely, Kevin. We're trying to do a lot of new stuff with them too.
Yeah, 2 or 3 things together that could bundle and make a, sort of the envelope thing, and then something else for pens or something else, but 2 or 3 things, as in like a little sort of bundle to put on a desk would be fantastic. That.
So we do a lot of these for gifts, as well, and trying to come up with lots of new designs. Those are in process right now.
Yeah.
Lights also, they're very pretty lights. We did a really pretty little lamp for Diwali here, and that was so pretty. I can't tell you, with the light filtering out of all the little holes. But maybe next time we'll be able to show you that.
Okay. There's very giftable stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we move on here to some blue pottery stuff. We've got, this is, I've just shown you, okay, these are bath accessories here. So we've got some shellcraft ones in the middle. And that's blue pottery sets, ceramic sets on the side. It's a lot of, this is very interesting because you get so many kinds. I've got some stuff here to show you. For instance, baskets of all kinds, grass from different parts of the country. So we've got sabai here, sabai grass, which comes from the east of the country, from Orissa, from Bengal. And these are beautiful baskets. And they come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, and again can be totally customized. And then we have badohi here, and this is a little fruit basket, or you can use it as a bread basket if you want. Sorry, I've got the lid. Sorry, the lid.
So then, Sona, what about certifications? Let's say, like if it's a bread basket or something, and it comes in contact with food, are you able to give any certifications that are required as well?
We can certainly, we can work on that. We haven't done it so far, Meghla, but yes, that can be sorted out. Because the ones that are using vegetable dyes, those are the ones that we will probably, recommend for the food ones.
Okay.
And then
Raj is saying sourcing these kinds of products will help us to keep hijackers away from our listings.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because you're not going to get copied.
And then we have palm leaf here.
Great.
Very interesting. This is a palm leaf basket, and they come in sets of 2 and 3s. This is all palm leaf.
Yeah, they're nice.
I mean, that's the reason, that's the reason we sort of love to bring these sort of products to the attention of everybody, isn't it, Megla? Because of the uniqueness and I mean, nobody's going to copy them, guys.
Also because they're so eco-friendly. Also because they're so eco-friendly. I think the trend nowadays is toward more eco-friendly products and like give back to the earth, something like that.
Well, I think India, everywhere you go in India, India is very eco-friendly, and people are very socially conscious of their environment, and not like other countries where sort of like they don't give a damn. But in India, I noticed when we were there, even though India's got that, it's a bustling, sort of people, wall-to-wall people, but on the inside, India is very socially conscious of being eco-friendly and giving back to Mother Earth and all those things.
True, Kevin, and especially more so in the villages.
Yeah.
The urban areas, of course, have now got influenced, but that's what we're trying to revive here. That's what we're trying to bring it all.
Well, hopefully you keep reviving it, because it is a good way to go.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
So here,
very nice.
some soft furnishings. And then you've got some silk covers with hand embroideries. These are really beautiful. And again, there's a huge amount, huge range and possibilities here. We've got some bark print table mats and things up there. Sorry, Mekla, I think we missed that.
Okay.
Okay.
This one?
Covers, we do rugs of all kinds. We do daris. On the right hand, you see a kilim, hand woven, rugs, and all, that again, huge possibilities there.
Okay.
Then we come down here. These are wooden hobbies and leisure. So you've got some yarn bowls here, wooden. You've got some blocks.
They're very popular at the moment. Yeah.
Games.
Very much. So now they do a lot of lovely stuff like candle holders and things. I think you'll see those in the next slide. Do wooden games. These are again very popular. Here we've got some bric-a-brac, hooks and hangers, door handles and brass. Those are the block craft that has been, developed into hooks and things, so that kind of opens up a whole new line of products for the artisan. Yeah. Those are nice candles, aromatic candles that they do in Pondicherry. You can see some of those here.
So these are the actual wooden blocks that they use for block printing, right? You just
turn
them into hooks.
Yeah. And then you've got copper bells. That's a totally rustic craft that you see on the right.
Wow.
Right.
And then you come down, and then just shown a little smattering of stuff for men. That accessories like spectacle cases, handcrafted bags. Bags could be anything, crossbody bags, folders, laptop bags. And then we've done sets of pocket squares up there, if you can see. Set of three with batik and plain silk. And then some and luggage tags and stuff. With children, there's a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of very interesting stuff coming up too. So here we've got handcrafted toys, games, wall carries. That's wooden. These are totally all sustainable, all certified. You see,
and of course, Sona, all the paint would be not lead-free paint.
Yes, that's right.
Painted, it'd all be
Absolutely. And here we've got some really cute stuff coming up, Meghna. These, these little handmade, all made by tribal women. They've been trained by a foundation. And so we've got a whole range of these, and there's a lot of products in this that are again not featured here, but possible.
Your house must be a showroom. Your house must be a showroom, Sona.
Yeah, I see so much of it in the office that it's like coming out of my head. Again, we put this in for work accessories. I mean, people can look at doing corporate gifts and making sets and stuff that they could market. So you've got brass and stands. You've got hand painted Kashmiri sets up there, the little one on the top, and then you've got fabric diaries, block printed fabric, handmade paper diaries. And then we've got this bidri, which you see the little red box with the little black pieces in it. That's bidri. Bidri is a gunmetal with silver inlay in it. So they can actually do gift sets, for a desk. And then you've got iPad, Kindle covers, tablet covers. Embroidered laptop bags, if you see up there, that's leather with Zardozi embroidery on it. Those are really unique and very unique. And then you've got a leather embossed diary, so we do a lot of leather embossed, and then you can actually customize the kind of embossing you want on the diary.
And it's sort of very personal kinds of stuff, that's some of that.
Yeah. And all hand done. And then we did festive decorations, Christmas, all kinds of Christmas. And they're really lovely. And then you've got some tea light holders. Again, these are blocks converted into candle tea light holders. The block craft. You've got ceramic ones. You've got metal. This is Bastar. That's a tribal art again. I've got the deer here. If you look at this little.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
totally
And really,
exciting.
now is the time to start looking for those.
That's unique. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now's the time to start thinking of this stuff for for next Christmas. For
Absolutely.
Q4 for gifts. Yeah.
You see a lantern up there, Kevin? That's also from the same
the
black lantern.
Yeah,
and then we do a lot of beautiful brass lanterns which haven't been featured here, but they're really gorgeous. And then you've got the ceramic tea light holders up there.
Yeah. So let's take a couple of questions here. Meghna is asking, are you familiar with Amazon FBA requirements for shipping? So I guess what she means is maybe the labeling requirements, right? Like, have you done orders for Amazon sellers yet?
Not yet, Meghna, but we had done FBA once. But yeah, those can be, those are easily kind of understandable once we get the brief.
It's not complicated. I mean, it just basically means you put a label on for Amazon instead of a label on for your warehouse. So it's not really complicated at all. I mean, it's you just need to provide the manufacturer with what information you need for Amazon's labels. So it's not really hard at all. If you can export, that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's no problem at all.
And Meghna, you can also work with a freight forwarder. So once you buy the products from Sona, then you can work with one of the freight forwarders that we have in the group, and they can manage all of the shipments for you. So Raj is asking, are these CPC certified? I guess he was talking about the toys.
The toys, again, is different kinds of toys. They all come with a certification depending on which toy you're buying. So we can let you know once you let us know which kind of toy, because they're wooden, they're fabric, they're jute. We also do jute toys, so all of that.
Right.
So you can arrange for the certification for almost any of the products that are sort of made. Yeah.
Actually, the bandwidth is so huge that it's once a customer comes to us with his requirement, that's when we can actually work with them and go through the whole process of certification and whatever.
Yeah, once they ask the question and once they choose the product,
exactly.
That's great.
Exactly.
Yeah, thanks for that, Sona. Once again, you got some lovely stuff, and I'm sure the people would sort of love to sort of buy some of those products, or even take them and make them into a brand, because I could see a lot of different things that I could put together and I could sell on Amazon, and I'm sure Margaret and Megla are probably thinking the same thing too. But it's lovely stuff. Thank you for your time and showing.
Thank you so much, Kevin, Margaret, and thank you so much, Meghna. And let's hope it makes a difference. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
so guys,
Sona.
if you are interested in any of these products, contact Sona. This is the email address, contact@theindiacrafthouse.com. Also visit their website, theindiacrafthouse.com, and you can see all of the products over there. There's a huge variety. And what I really like is they have sorted the products by craft type. So you can go and see each different craft. And they've also sorted the products by product categories. If you want women's or men's or kids, you can do that as well. It's a huge variety of products. Take a look at the website there and then contact Sona. And Sona, you're also in the group, right? Are you in our Facebook group? I think you are from last time.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay. So Virginia is saying, very impressed. I want to start sourcing from India. We'll check it out. Yeah, absolutely.
Look forward to that.
Raj just posted the link, the India Craft House. The website has retail price only. Yes, that's right, Brenda. The website has retail price, and the price, is it mentioned in Indian rupees over there on the website?
Use the currency converter and take, use dollars or euro or whatever you want.
Okay, yeah. And I think that might be a good way to get a sample as well, right? I mean, if somebody is looking for a specific type of product, you can just go to the website, buy one piece, and get an idea of the quality and what the product, you can touch and feel the product and see what it looks like. So, yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Sona. So we'll see you. Hope to see you again.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Bye, Sona. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Bye. See you next time.
Wow, she has such a huge variety of products, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But like if we've got a lot of new people that are sort of jumping in for the first time today, and I've seen a couple of the messages flash up that lovely products. I mean, by all means, if people want to sort of go into the group and sort of ask, a lot of people like, there's not just Sona, but there's other people like Sona, and they know what you're, sort of what you're sort of looking for, and they can tag you and sort of let you know. I mean, it's not. What do you reckon was the best way to sort of handle that one, Megla?
Yeah, I think that's the best way. I mean, if people are looking for a specific type of product, they can post about it in the group, and then one of us will tag a supplier, or we'll link to the contact details or the video that we've done with them. I think that's the best way to do that. But otherwise, I mean, people can also download all of the catalogs. So that's the URL that we're showing at the bottom. All of the catalogs are there. And once we have our website, we'll be better organized, and you'll be able to search.
There's so many choices with Craft House that, I mean, if you're looking for anything like in metal, they've got different things. So I'm sure if you contact Sona with, I'd like to make something like this, they're going to be able to say yes or no very quickly, because they've got so many people that they can actually go to. It's not linked to their one factory and that's all they make. So I think it's a great opportunity to find something a bit different to everyone else, because it's not on Alibaba, or it's not on anywhere else. You're not going to ever find it, because you have to really go to them, to go out in, to the villages to get the product made.
Yeah. So Virginia saying, what do you think about sourcing from India and selling to India on Amazon India? Yeah, I think that's a great opportunity, Virginia. You just need to be aware that in order to sell on Amazon India, you need a company there, because you need to provide a GST number. And once you do that, then you're able to sell products there. India is, of course, a very price-conscious market, so you have to be aware of that. And you'll have to do a bit of research to find out what kinds of products are selling well on Amazon India. And I think this is a great opportunity, especially if you're looking for things like bags or fabric-based products, furnishings. Those kinds of products would definitely sell pretty well.
And we do have people in the group that can help. If someone's really interested in sort of opening up an India account, we do have people that specialize in helping people to set them up in India, don't we?
Yes, we have done a couple of webinars with Somesh Thakur. That's the name of the person who actually does. Yeah, he can help set up your company, and there are a lot of regulatory requirements that you can actually, they can help you meet. So Raj is saying overseas sellers cannot do this because you're not allowed to transfer the money overseas when you source and sell within India. Yes, Raj, I think you're right. There's certain, guidelines, criteria, and you have to, I'm not really sure about exactly what the criteria or the rules are, but there are ways of doing it, but you have to,
have an Indian company, really. Yeah.
Well, have an Indian partner, basically.
Yes, definitely. And then I think a certain amount of money you need to spend within India for sourcing products. And, when it is complicated to take money out.
Yeah, I think if you're starting out, it's safer to maybe start in the US, and, when you get more confident, look at moving to India. I think you've got to have a lot more money, and you've got to put a lot more sort of capital up to do it. So I think probably America is a better starting point than trying to jump straight into something difficult.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's move on to our next supplier who's waiting backstage. So welcome Srishti from Alit Creations. Hi, Srishti. How are you? You're muted.
Sorry. Hi, everybody.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Very well today.
Doing well, thank you. So, Srishti, really nice to have you on the show. And when we were talking previously, you mentioned that you had met our group when we were in India at the Delhi Fair in October 2019. And you remembered Tim Jordan. He is very memorable, isn't he?
Yes, he is quite memorable.
Yeah, I mentioned that to him. I was like, you're famous in India now. So I was pretty happy to hear that. Awesome. Well, Srishti, I'm going to go ahead and share the presentation that you had sent to us. And, why don't you start introducing your company, and then we'll show some actual products too.
All right. We are one of the manufacturers and exporters of India who mainly work on handmade products. working with machine made also, but mainly concentrating on handmade products, so that all our artisans that are there available in villages, they can actually showcase their whole artistry and everything, their culture to worldwide. And moving forward, we have everything in house. We have conceptualization, we have idealization, designing, everything in house. Moving forward to the next slide, Migla. We are a government certified company. We have a QC team altogether. We take care of every specific detail that the buyer tells us to give. In saying if we have to make a macrame wall hanging, so the buyer tells us the detailing of the curve that we require, or we need a patch here, or we need this type of knot. So we take everything in very much detail, so that they understand and they get what they desire, to give their audience the best product that they have. Moving ahead, we have a lot of categories in our company. Next slide, please. We have fashion jewelry, we have home decor products, we have storage products, including bags and accessories. Like in next slides, we starting with home decor products. We are diverse with lots of things like wall hangings, wall decor plates, planters, coasters, tabletops, and DIY kits that we have introduced this year itself. In other categories like storage and storage products, we have handbags, we have clutches, pouches, we have jewelry hangers, shoe racks, laundry bags, and other file stands itself. In jewelry section, we cater all necklaces, bracelets, bangles, earrings, headbands that we have introduced in different categories like embroidery headbands, crochet headbands, we say fabric headbands. We have introduced a new category of home furnishing material being used in headbands. Other things, I'll show you the product range in my next slide. Would you please go on? These are the wall decor plates. Like one of this is like this. This is a metal aluminum plate, and we have painted the whole design on the wall plates. It is an edible paint that can also be used for normal as a cutlery. These
So
are
what is the metal? What is the metal that you've used? It's
aluminum. This is
aluminium.
aluminum.
Okay. And how's the
And
paint done? Is it hand painted or is it like
it's
screen?
totally hand painted. It is totally hand painted, and it is in fact a food grade paint, so people can actually use it as a cutlery
Okay.
in the kitchen. This is a melamine plate with sticker printing.
Okay, so that's like a decal, I guess.
Yes. This is another platter type. We have used wood in it with a sticker on it. All these are other ranges of wall decor plates that we have. Another shape that we have, but this is a painting. This is the painting done by hand by one of our artisans in Moradabad.
And that's wood.
Yeah, that's wood. That's completely wood.
Okay.
Then moving forward, then we have other categories like wall hangings. So in wall hangers, I'll show you one of our. This is feather with macrame threads. This is a complete one wall hanging that we have. We try to use all natural and very specific things so that it doesn't affect your skin and the environment too. Here in India, the artisans are more interested in showcasing their own culture to the world and to make them little more friendly, eco-friendly, and stuff like that.
Right, but you can also base on any design, right? Let's say if
any design, and any specification. That is not an issue. We can work on jute, we can work on cane, we can work on thread, we can work on feathers. The right down with the fish one, that's a jute one.
Oh, this one is jute.
This is jute.
That's interesting. I haven't seen jute macrame products.
And the colour is quite different because they're usually white or really pale colours. That's really nice, a bit different. And I think they're very popular. Like that's, even though it's not macrame as such, it's a different sort of wall hanging to go into that same niche, like, you know, something that would stand out on the page from all the white macrame type things. I think that's great.
And this is macrame, right? So this one that looks like a
macrame. Yes.
Okay.
It is.
Tree of life. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks nice, right, Mark? I mean, the tree of life.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
This is another macrame stuff. These are all thread work and feather work.
Right.
All right. Moving next to slide. These are the various styles that we have in macrame and crochet. This is the Christmas that you are seeing in the slides. Christmas tree.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, and one of the reasons, you know, I really liked all of your products is I'm on your mailing list and I've been receiving emails from you. And I was looking at your designs and like, wow, these are really nice designs. And I think you're probably not showing like all of the designs here because I know on your catalogs they're like really beautiful designs. So do you want to show that product as well? You have the sample there. Do you want to show it?
Yeah. This is the Christmas tree that we have done with the raffia thread.
Oh, wow.
See, that would even be nice on a front door, on your front door, I think. I'd like that out on the front door for a change from a wreath. Really nice.
Right. Yeah. This is a notebook or a book stand wall hanging that can be used in your offices or just a bedside that you can just keep the whatever book you are reading in during that week.
Oh.
That can be done. It can be done of any size, any shape that you require. That it's not an issue with us.
Raj is saying, wow. Yeah, I really love that Christmas tree. And there's so much more you can do with it, right? I mean, so you can customize it and, you know, add more color, add more whatever you want. That's beautiful.
You can even have these, the plates, the wall hanging. These are the ceramic plates that we have integrated in our wall hangings. So you want your... If you want your particular ceramic plate that needs to be inserted inside, so we can make that into a wall hanging. In fact, you can keep it a pen and everything also. We have a small pouch down.
Wow. Oh, there's this little pouch over there.
Yeah.
So cute. That is really cute. Okay, so this is the book one that you were just showing, I guess.
Yes.
So this is nice. This is like a net thing.
Yeah, that's a ceramic plate, or you want some other thing to be inserted, that can also be done.
Different. Yeah. Very different.
Okay.
These are minimal wall hangings that we have introduced this year, using different types of material, using metal, using wood, using plastics, using different types of sticks, and making it into a wall hanging to just enhance the wall without even decorating too much, but yes, to extend giving it a more valuable thing that this wall is something to just
they're nice. Yeah, I like those. They're different.
Yeah, and it looks
I'm sorry, I
very
just don't
elegant.
have a sample right now, but yes, we have introduced it this year. We're getting the samples ready right now.
Yeah. So Lois is asking, what is the MOQ on these products?
About 150 pieces.
Okay, and that's for any product in your catalog,
Any
right?
product.
100 to 150.
Any products.
Okay.
Any products.
And of course, Lois, if you know Marg, I mean, she recommends at least 250, 200 to 250.
That's because of the shipping.
Yeah.
Because it sort of works out.
I understand.
Mainly because the economics of shipping,
Yeah, or I think a couple of products. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's what people can do, like combine different types of products into one.
Sorted orders is also fine with us. You can give us lots of multi-products so that it goes up to 250 and 300 pieces. So it will be easy for shipping and everything.
Yeah, no. No, I think that's great.
Moving forward, these are the jute and cane planters that we have introduced. It is something like these. This is a wall hanging cane planter. It can be used in house, or you can use it outside your building. This is another wall hanging. It has 4 parts. You can have 4 different plants in it, and you can hang it like that.
So how do you put the plants inside? Like you have to put the plant
You
in
just
like
need
a
a plastic.
bag or something?
No, you just
Okay.
need a
Pot.
plastic
You put the pot.
pouches. Yeah, and then you can put in small plants directly. So that won't be an issue.
Okay.
This is another planter that can be used as a table planters.
All right. Yeah.
Wow.
It's in a form of a basket.
See,
Okay, so
that'd
again,
be
you
good
need
just
some
for
sort
a
of a
little,
lining.
yeah. Just a line. But you could use that for a whatnot sort of basket, you know, for your TV remotes and all your bits and pieces as well. That could be used for a lot of things, that basket. That's really nice.
Right. True.
And you could do different sizes. You could also have,
Any
you know, like
size,
3
any
different
size,
sizes.
any colors, anything.
Yeah.
We
You could probably do
can do
three that are different sizes and they're nested in one
it.
another, so you save, you know, costs in shipping that you
Definitely.
can charge
This is
more.
the
There are 3.
smallest size that we have created. We have 2, 3 more sizes that are bigger than these.
Right. That is beautiful. So Kimberly is asking, what are the prices for the planters?
That depends upon the design, but yes, our starting is about $3.
Okay, and those are the cane ones that,
These are the cane
or
ones.
these. Okay,
These are the cane ones. We have
yeah,
jute and cane both.
right. So $3 are for cane or jute.
Jute.
Okay, that's for jute. The ones that are on the screen, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And the cane ones?
That's a little more expensive. I'll tell you the prices, whatever the selections are. I can give you the prices accordingly.
Okay, it depends on the size and design and
Yes.
complexity and order quantity. So Kimberly, you should probably just reach out to Srishti directly later. Okay, let's take a look at more. So these
These are
are,
jute wall hangings, wall planters again. This is one of the one. This is one of the planters.
Yep.
okay, so this, you need to put a pot inside of this, right? And
Right.
so that
you need to put a pot.
it's not
Yeah.
it's not what's the word? Stiff. It's not stiff.
Yeah.
No, it is stiff, but you have to put something inside. It
Yeah,
will
it's not
take the
plastic
shape
lined.
whatever you put.
Okay. Got it. So Raj is saying, are these planters made from
Made of
jute
jute
rope or
Yes, it
cotton
is made
rope?
of jute rope.
Jute rope. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, these are nice. And you could do different colors as well for these?
Yes, definitely yes. We can customize the designs also, and any size that you require in set of 3 or set of 2, whatever is required. We can work on that. These are the DIY kits that we have started working on. Like people require planters, but they want a DIY kit instead of a complete product. So we have introduced these things and as a package, or you can say a box that we have worked upon. If suppose this is the planter, then we'll give the material in the box, and you can create your own. You can create your own DIY product as per the instructions given in the booklet or the leaflet that we give.
So Megla, it's a macrame course.
Yeah.
Course, macrame.
And you know what? Like,
But
I
think
have
at the
been
moment,
thinking
that would
about
be
this.
good.
Yeah, that would be really
Because
good because
a lot of
yeah,
people stuck at home still for the next 12 months who can start learning more crafts, because that's become trendy to become a gardener or a craft person that you've never done in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. You
DIY is
actually
trending.
learn a lot of things from it.
yeah, I think this is going to be a hot product, and we shouldn't have shown this on the on this.
Everybody, yeah.
Megla wants that one, guys. Megla's got her name on that one.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's a lot of demand for everyone to do something different.
Yeah,
but I think
right.
this is really high demand because I was into cross stitch previously, and I had one Facebook group that I had set up in, I don't know, like 2006 or 7, when I was really into cross stitch, and that group really didn't grow. There were like maybe a couple of hundred people in that group over years, but in the last few months it's grown to almost 2,000 people now. So every day I have 1,500 people joining the group. So this this DIY thing is really, really popular nowadays.
So you've got a ready-made market, Megla.
Yeah. I need to start a macrame group now. Okay, what pricing are the kits, please? So yeah, do you want to give maybe a reference? Yeah, just a reference
it
price.
depends upon the complexity of the product, how much material is being transported. Otherwise, the starting what we have is about $1.5. That's the starting price of the least material required for a wall hanging or any other macrame stuff.
Okay. So is that for the kits, $1.5 or no? That's not the kit, right? Yeah. Oh, that's the kit.
Yeah,
okay.
That's a small one, yeah.
Okay. So Lois wanted to do these 2 years ago.
She can start it right now.
Yeah, I think you can still start it. Let's see if there are any other questions. So Kimberly was saying, I'm asking on the planters she held up as samples. So I think she was asking for the cane planters, the pricing of the cane planters. But
I can actually tell you the exact prices when I know the selections and the exact size that is
quantity.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Understand. Okay, so let's move on. So these are more of the DIY kits.
DIY kits that we have.
Wow. Okay. I love these. And how are they packaged? Sorry, let's go back to the DIY kits.
They can be, see, it depends upon the buyer, that is how they require. Right now, what we are doing is keeping in them a pouch, and the pouches are kept in a small box. If the small box's requirements are printing of according to the buyer, that can also be done. Or it can be just in a simple white box or a brown box, whatever is required. So printing of a boxes can be done as per the requirement and the audience that they have.
And the pouches that we use can also be kind of eco-friendly or made from jute.
Definitely
eco-friendly.
Definitely eco-friendly. Definitely.
Yeah. We don't want the plastic.
With that, we just keep a small instruction leaflet so that people understand how to do the knotting and what step has to be done to get the exact final product.
Yeah. Do you also have instructional videos? Or maybe people who buy these products can create videos, right? And how to do it.
Not exactly videos, but yes, we have a booklet. We can actually create a video if you require. That's fine.
Yeah.
That can be done. All right, going forward, we have these pouches of canvas and beaded pouches. This is one of the pouch that we created right now. This is a canvas pouch with a small pocket in it, and printing is mandala art. That is the printing that is done in here.
Is this block printed or how is it printed? Screen?
This is screen printing.
Okay.
This is another option that we have in mandala art work. These are the beaded clutches with the chain and specification that is being required by the buyer. Moving forward, this is the macrame pouch, or you can say a small purse that we have with a chain.
Yeah, like a phone holder.
Right.
Phone and holder, credit cards.
One.
Yeah, sunglasses.
This is another crochet work purse. This is completely crochet. With buttons and everything. This is a rose purse that we have introduced.
Macrame products are very popular at the moment, ladies, aren't they?
Right, they are.
Yeah. So, Srishti, are you also supplying to Amazon sellers? Like, do you have
Not right
buyers who
now.
sell it?
Not right now.
Okay.
Not right.
Ooh,
Not
okay.
right
So
now.
that's good
That's
opportunity for
what I
us.
want to. That's what I want to start with.
Yeah. And that's a good opportunity for
That's a bit of
us
a bonus
because, you know,
because you've got nothing else.
yeah, exactly. And, you know, we're
This is
not
the
going to tell.
Well,
graph.
Shrishti's got some great designs. She's got some great designs there for people to jump on very quickly.
This is the grasp purse that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, if you want to go with a handbag or something like that with resin strips, this is one of the options.
That's quite good.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So let's see what else. Clutches.
These are the clutches that I just showed you. These are
Yeah,
the
that one there. Oh, yeah.
designs.
And that's all beaded, right? Beadwork.
Right. And this is now crochet and macrame designs of purses.
So all of these designs you have developed in-house, Shrishti, like
Yes,
with your design?
definitely in-house. Definitely in-house.
Okay.
We try not to take our designs outside our office.
Yeah.
These are canvas tote bags that can printing, size, everything can be customized according to the buyer's requirement.
Mm.
This is again macrame and crochet handbags and purses, small pouches for kids, as they always want a purse on the shoulder, like mothers. So we have made a small pouches also for them.
Right. So currently, Srishti, what kind of buyers do you have that you're selling these products to, and which countries?
We are currently selling in US, and we have buyers in Arab also.
Okay.
We are
And
working with both countries.
okay. And are they
These are
mostly retailers that you're selling to, or what kind of companies are you selling your products to?
They are big retailer styles. They are
Or
big retailer
retailers?
styles.
Okay.
These are storage bags. So one of the example I'll just show you. This is a storage bag inside.
It's good for
Right.
sort of dirty laundry or whatever, really, isn't it? You can use a lot. Yeah.
And is that canvas?
That's canvas.
Mm-hmm.
This is another style that we can be used for laundry and other things. You can keep toys, you can keep laundry and whatever stuff is required. This is our casserole bag that we have developed to keep food hot inside. This is foiling inside the pouch.
Oh, right. So that'd be handy for taking your lunch in or something.
Yeah, or for a picnic.
If you're going out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, going somewhere and you want to take something warm. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
To keep the chicken hot.
Or you could do smaller ones, and those can be, lunch bags. So Kimberly is asking, would you be helping her with shipping to the US if she has no experience at this time? So Kimberly, she does have experience exporting to the US, and most of her clients are in the US currently. She's just not selling to any Amazon FBA sellers. So I think that's an opportunity for us because these products are probably not on Amazon yet. And so if you want, you can work with a freight forwarder that we have in the group for shipping into Amazon FBA. But Shrishti does have export experience, and she is, primarily an exporter. So are you exporting 100% of your products?
100%,
100%, right? Yeah.
100%.
And Kimberly, that's why they were at the Delhi Fair. They were exhibiting there because the Delhi Fair is 100% exporters. You won't find, companies that specialize in the domestic market there. So everybody that you find at the Delhi Fair is an exporter.
And Kimberly too. We try and bring some fresh sort of talent to the show. So in other words, Shrishti has got some fantastic designs for someone. with a shrewd mind to private label some unique products. So, I mean, there's an opportunity there, but they're all export focused and been dealing with retail, big retail. They know what to do.
Yeah, and to Kimberly, at the moment, if you're new to Amazon, if you're a new seller, you can't put more than 200 of any SKU into Amazon. So you would be going into a third-party warehouse, which is just like shipping to a retailer. So you'd need, before you go off doing all that, you need to get a bit of advice from somebody, you know, who understands, because there are a few little changes in Amazon rules at the moment. So you've got to be aware of that. And if you do have to go, if you want to go straight into FBA, it's not that difficult. It just means you just provide any manufacturer with the shipping labels from Amazon. So that's your responsibility to say, I want this stuck onto the carton, on the shipping carton. I don't want a 3PL, or if it was going into Walmart, I don't want Walmart's name on it. I want Amazon sticker. So it's no different shipping into Amazon in reality than shipping anywhere else. It's just that you've just got to do your own shipping label, but that's your responsibility to do, not the supplier. So you've got to provide them with whatever has to go on the box. So that's something you need to sort of learn a little bit yourself as well. So you can't expect the supplier to do all that. You've got to give them the right information. But I mean, there's a lot of help around with that, and we do training on all those things. There's some training coming up about all that if you watch all the space.
And with the freight forwarder, it's the freight forwarder that makes all the appointments with Amazon when it's sort of shipping in anyway. So
yeah,
absolutely.
So do you want to talk about these products?
Yeah, this is another type of storage bag that we have. You can keep your shoes in it. It's quite steady here, or you can just keep small clothes that you have. And this is a hanging part. You can just hang this and keep anywhere. All the products. This is a 24 gaps that we have created as a sample. You can tell us your designs. You can tell us your sizes and how many pouches you require in the wall thing. We can make that.
And this is also again canvas, right?
This is canvas, 100% canvas.
Well, I mean, you could roll T-shirts up. There's underwear. There's lots of things you could put in those. As you know, hanging down, that would be easier to find than, you know, sort of scruffing through a drawer or something like I do. Try and find everything. So that's probably quite a good idea.
Yeah. And Srishti, are these materials sourced locally from India, or are they imported?
They are sourced locally from India. Okay. That's completely India.
Okay. Yeah. So this is one of the materials that India is very strong in, right? Cotton canvas. And the prices are pretty competitive. Okay. So let's move on to the next one.
These are the jewelry. This is the jewelry category that we have been working from past 2-3 years. These are different types of beads, and you have macrame, you have crochet, you have thread work, all sort of material that's being used. I have one of these stands that we have is metal necklaces. You can see these metal necklaces that we have. All these are made of stainless steel, and these are lead free. You can wear it, you can wash it, you can do anything with it. Beads with metal, something like that.
Right. Okay. So
this is the same necklace. You can, if you want a specific design to be casted as a necklace, that can also be done. Like we have done this heartbeat necklace that we have.
Yeah.
This is a earring section that we have of thread. We have beads. We have actually introduced macrame and crochet in every field that we are, and every product that we have been working on. You can see this one. These are the earrings styles that we have been working on.
Nice. So these are all like different materials and mixed materials as well, right? Metal with fabric and fiber.
Pearls, natural stones. Then we have different beads, metal, everything being included in that.
Right. I really think like your designs are so good. I mean, that seems to be your strength, like, designing really cool products. So
Yes.
They're
I
different.
think if
They're all
somebody,
different.
yeah, and if somebody had an idea, they could come to you and you could help develop that idea with them.
Surely,
So,
surely we can definitely work on it. These are the different styles of bracelets and bangles that we have.
yeah.
This is again thread and beads together working on as a bracelet and making it in a wraparound bracelet type. These are metal bangles and bracelets that we have been working upon. These are the headbands that we have started working. These are can be of any fabric. In fact, even we have worked upon silk fabric also for headbands. You want the beads to be done, or you want just poly silk, you want cotton, anything that can be introduced into a headband.
Right. Abby says, love the colors.
Uh, Next slide. Then we have embroidery headbands that we actually are working on an order with embroidery headband right now
For the US.
for the US. This is the
Wow.
Halloween theme that they require, so we have introduced these styles and they approved these designs. So this is crochet with macrame headbands.
Wow.
That's it.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. And in fact, you have sent some more catalogs as
Yes,
well. So,
yes.
there are like I think you have different catalogs for different product categories. Yeah, all of the catalogs have been saved in the folder in case anyone's interested. There are macrame craft boxes.
Oh, okay.
There's one
Face
catalog for
masks.
macrame craft boxes, and yeah, for each of the categories, there's a separate catalog in case anyone's interested. You can go and take a look at that. So, what about embroidery face masks?
We have started working upon it. If you have any specification, you can just tell us. We are actually in the process of making samples for embroidery masks. We've actually started working on it.
Okay. Raj is saying lovely collections. Yeah, really nice collection. So, thank you so much, Srishti, for showing all of your products over here. And guys, I'm going to show Srishti's contact information. And here it is, contact@alithcreations.com. So if anyone's interested, reach out to them directly. And if you have any more questions for Srishti before we sign off, let us know over here. So Srishti, you are based in Delhi, right?
Noida.
Noida, yeah, which is near Delhi.
Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, so you're doing a lot of things in-house, right? I mean, most of the production and all is done in-house, but you're getting the production done, like the actual products are being made, outside, and then you do the finishing and packaging and all in your factory, right?
Right. We actually have a 5,000 square feet factory. So we have every department has their own area of working. We get lots of artisans on contract. Some of them are hired and some of them are on contracts to get their designs made in-house so that our designs do not go outside and they are being just used everywhere.
Yeah.
Make things unique, you have to have it in-house for that.
Exactly. So, what about quality control? Like, how do you manage quality control? And if somebody wants to get a third-party inspection done, are you okay with that?
We are fine with that. We almost get all our products getting third party inspected because our buyers demand for it. So they say that we want to get a third party inspection done. So we are open to it. We are fine with it.
Okay, that's awesome. And Raj is showing your website address, Alith Creations. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Well done, Raj.
Yeah. Awesome. So, yeah, I mean, Srishti, you have joined our Facebook group as well as Alith Creations. So, yeah, guys, if you have any questions, reach out to Srishti in our Facebook group or send an email to her at contact@alithcreations.com. Or you can also just, see all of the catalogs at this URL, bit.ly/vis-all. All right. Thank you so much, Srishti, for your time today. It was lovely meeting
Thank
you
you,
and seeing all of
everyone.
your
Thank
products.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Srishti. Thank
Really
you.
great. Beautiful.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye.
Wow, that was pretty awesome.
They've got some lovely things, hasn't she?
So
Yeah.
once again, that's another one that you put on the wall, that everyone is different. There's no, it's not same, is it, in India?
Yeah.
Everyone we bring to the show, they've all got that little bit of uniqueness, and sort of like we keep saying, the brand story. You can put that private label brand story, which is what Amazon and online sales is all about. And it's not just a product. It's you've got a story with the product, and I think that's what people want to see these days. And especially if it's environmentally friendly too, and it comes from a social. It's a social cause, or the co-op. There's a meaning to buying that sort of stuff, because it means something. It's not just buying something from a factory that's been mass produced, is it?
No. I think too, you stand out on the page more. Like if you've got something that's from India, if you log onto a page and it's 100 pieces made in China, and they all basically look the same, because if somebody's all gone onto Alibaba and gone, click, I'll have that, and nothing gets changed. Whereas with going into India, you can have the same product, but it will have a totally different look because of the way it's handmade and handcrafted. So I think you're in with the start, and you can sell, obviously, you can command your own price because you're unique. If you're selling something that everyone else is selling and they all drop their price to $20 and you're 30, you're sunk. I mean, you've got nowhere to go. Whereas if you've still got something that's completely different, even in the same niche, you can be more expensive because you've got something that stands out from the crowd. And that's
and like Raj said during the show, it's very hard for hijackers to copy you if you're that unique, because it is different. It's very different.
Yeah. So I just did a quick helium-10 check of macrame kits. So, guys, the search volume for macrame kit is 19,645.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Yeah.
How many competing products can you see? How many competing products?
It's more than 1,000.
Oh, that's still good.
So, Mark, how many keywords did you come up with?
Oh, there'd be quite a lot.
There's wall hanging kit that has 5,000 searches. And then dream catcher kit for adults craft, 2,000 searches. So I think if all of these kind of add up,
that's right. It'd be quite good.
Yeah. Macrame plant hanger kit, 2,000 searches. And I mean, the magnet IQ score is pretty high. So for macrame kit, magnet IQ score is 19,000.
Yeah. Wow. No.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's something to look into.
Very much.
Good start, Viz team. Great job done. Stay safe. Thank you so much, Raj. Although we didn't have a very good start today.
Thanks for hanging on in there, Raj, and thanks for your contribution. It means a lot.
Absolutely. So, guys, we're going to be back tomorrow at the same time. We have 3 more suppliers that we're going to be featuring, and one of them is an amazing company that does a lot of different, very innovative materials. So there's vegan leather, and by vegan leather, we don't mean PU leather. We're really talking about eco-friendly leather that's made from cork and cactus and a lot of different innovative materials that I feel are really going to be the future of fashion accessories, or sustainable fashion is something that people are really talking about. So definitely join the show tomorrow. Really interesting companies. And apart from that vegan leather company, we also have another company that does wood and resin home products. Those are really very unique products that are made from a combination of wood and resin, and a lot of different interesting designs can be done with that sort of technique. And then we also have a fashion jewelry company that specializes in semi-precious stones, and they're coming back to the Vish show. Really beautiful products too. And we're also going to be talking to Verity Sewell tomorrow, who will tell us a little bit more about the upcoming listing optimization workshop. So in case you have any questions about listing optimization, join us tomorrow to ask those questions as well. Right. Anything else, Mark, Kevin, before we sign off?
No, I'm just looking forward to tomorrow. A new day, a new StreamYard link.
Yes, a new StreamYard link. And hopefully no tech issues.
Well, hopefully we can. Are we going to sort of go back to Yoni tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, we are going to go back to Yoni.
Yeah, excellent. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a shame. That's a shame because Yoni is a very, very good presenter, and what he had to show us. And look, GETIDA will certainly help people who are actually sort of selling. And for those who, get to the stage where they are selling and they're sort of wondering where all their stuff is going to, and sort of lost in the Amazon world, you'll be surprised what GETIDA can get back for you. So all is not lost, so to speak.
Absolutely. Looking forward to moving forward. Yes, Patty, let's move forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
2021 is a new year.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today, and we will see you again tomorrow, same time.
Tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.